Honestly, I don't know if welding with helium gives you superpowers, but um, welding with helium will definitely make you happier when you're welding thicker materials like this. This is just some 1/4-inch aluminum material, just for a fun video and testing purpose. I've got 4 pieces the exact same size. Just gonna demonstrate a fillet weld on each of these. One with argon, that'd be the first one to do, and the other with helium mix, 65% helium, 35% argon. The reason, just for a quick goof off test, the machine is set at 120 amps. It's going to stay at 120 amps for both gases, just for comparative purposes. I know how this is going to weld with 120 amps on this thick stuff with straight argon, and how much easier it'll go with the mixed gas. The superpowers of the helium is the gas, the helium. It's a good mix. It works well. I've used it a lot. It's real awesome used on like repairing cylinder heads, aluminum engine blocks, doing injector bungs in intake manifolds. Do quite a bit of that stuff. It's a great gas to work with. It does the work for you versus the machine. I'd rather have a machine on a lower amperage using the gas as the heat and power versus cranking the machine up to a whole bunch of amps to try to melt the material. So this would be quick. It'd be kind of cool, kind of fun. Hopefully it turns into a decent video. This bench is cold. There's nothing heated up here. Let's see if I can show this. So there's nothing. I'm shooting that piece is 67 degrees. That one's 68. The bench top is 67. So everything's constant here. All room temperature stuff. I'm going to turn the machine on. I've got this on this first. I'm going to show this. This first test will be, this is straight argon. Turn this loud thing on. Here's the regulator. There's the regulator. This is the straight argon. The next, when I change it out, will be 65-35 mix, 35% argon, 65% helium. Here's the machine. It's on 120 amps. This is a Miller Dynasty 210. It's going to be 120 amps. Get this to focus a little bit. 75% on the balance and 100 frequency. It's just a decent place to be. So this first little, and here's the pieces. I'm going to attack out here on the end, and I'm going to attempt to weld across here. It's going to struggle. I know what it's going to be like. Hopefully you're not getting sick. You might need a Dramamine break with the camera moving around. Okay, so I'm gonna get down here. Straight argon at 120 amps. It's gonna be a little bit of a struggle. I'm gonna put a tack on the back side just to hold it. You know what? Actually, nah, I'll tack it. It tacks easy on the back side because there's just a little bit of material there. The struggle is going to be running across here with no heat, nothing preheated. It melts it if you sit there with the torch and just wait for it to heat up. And then it barely wants to take the rod. It's a super struggle. If I knew how to set the camera up to show this, I would do it. I tried it. I don't know how. I didn't do a very good job. It was not good video. But obviously if you preheated this with some MAP gas or something, or stick it in the oven, it'd be better. But that's enough. I'm gonna get a pair of pliers. It might be hot. It'll be hot by now. Okay, I'm gonna go to the camera with this. Get some focus here. So that was a struggle for that straight argon to weld across there. It was just a little tiny tack I put, where was that, my finger, on the back side here. And man, that struggle to get across there. If you watch the timeline, you can see the time I put trying to get that far with it. So that's that. I'm gonna change the bottle out. I'll try not to bump the camera while I'm doing this. Hang tight, I'm still here. I'd move the camera, but I'd be afraid of not getting it back where I want it. So I'm just gonna leave it there for a second. This won't take long, just about done. Tighten this up and then purge the gas, and I'll show you the machine settings again. Put this cap back on. Okay, I'm gonna grab the phone here. Okay, this is the straight argon. It's empty. Got the regulator set up on the mixed gas. Got the same amperage here. We'll do the same thing. Get to focus. Need to purge that line out. Turn that gas down just a little bit. I'm going to tack this, and also still, where's that? Okay, that's on the bench top. Won't focus on that. Where's it at? Well, it's 69 degrees everywhere, all over there. So no cheating on the heat. Nothing's hot. It's cold, 69, 70 degrees. Here comes super gas. Gives you superpowers, maybe. Let's see. The same 120 amps. Little tack on the back. Got the foot pedal all the way down for the 120 amps. It could use some more amperage, but at least I can weld it. I'll try to grab both of these. Get it to focus a little bit. Actually, you know what? Better yet, I'll just grab the camera and come over. Shut the cooler off. Eliminate that noise. So there you go. That was straight argon struggle at 120 amps versus helium. Look at that bug. What's going on? Just gonna get over here and get hot, get cooked. 65-35, the helium mix, and that's 1/4-inch plate. And straight argon. Straight argon doesn't like that 1/4-inch plate. This is why this stuff's ideal on the thicker stuff. Intake manifolds, engine blocks, cylinder heads. Just kind of get a good view right there of that. So just in case you're wondering, there's nothing magical I did. I just changed out the gas and did a couple little squirts with the welding, and that's what we got. So when I was watching this previous part of this video that you just saw, when I was watching it back, I thought, you know what? I'm gonna give both of these a really fair shot, and that's a Dynasty 210. I turned it up to 200 amp. I'm gonna start off with the 65-35, the helium gas, because that's the one I last welded with. It's already hooked up, ready to go. So I'm gonna weld the back sides. These are both cold. They're cold as can be, or I couldn't hang on to them. With the mixed gas, I'm gonna weld across the back side of this. And then with the straight argon, I'm gonna let it run with 200 amps on this spot also. The helium is still gonna weld better, but I'm gonna give that argon a chance with 200 amps. Better check and make sure that's a good, yeah, it looks all right. Yep, this will be easy. Won't take long at all. Just something I thought of when I got done. I was watching that replay and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let her rip with 200 amps. Had to stop there at a rod. So that's just a quick fly across here to get this thing to focus. Come on. Well, let's see. I wasn't using all the pedal. It welded super easy. I could have went all the way across there, but I ran out of rod. So let's change this bottle out real quick and let the straight argon have a shot. Give me just 1 minute. Change this out real quick. I need a manifold, like a valve manifold system on the wall with my gases already hooked up to it. A guy I work with, Brian, he has a setup in his shop like that. It's super handy. It's really cool. Getting these things to start sometimes is a trick. Getting them threaded into the bottle. But here we go. Just gotta tighten it down and then purge out the gas. Open it up. Let some gas flow through there. It's about 18 CFH. Let it purge out, make sure all that hot gas is out so it's not cheating. So here, I'm just gonna show the machine. 200 amps. And we're on the straight argon here. I know this will weld it. It'll just be a little tougher. But it'll do it. Here we go. Had to stop again, I ran out of rod. So I'll show this. And show this. I promise this is the last thing I'll do in this video. So the straight argon, it did okay. It went across there and it welded it. This camera, it's hard to get a good look at the bead. It looks a little grainy, but it for sure did it. That was 200 amps. Over here was much easier. Both using a 16th filler. This is the mixed gas. It's just an easier way to do it. I like the mixed gas. All right, if you made it this far, thanks for watching.